Our president Donald Trump just posted a pretty big one on Twitter today, and that is that executive order to suspend immigration temporarily. This is Brian Lewis with MMT Investing, and things just changed. So, as we know, anytime the government does something temporary, it's not temporary. So the lockdown accelerates, and I just wanted to do a quick look at all the other countries and how the lockdown has been kind of progressing in all the other countries. And Singapore at 3 months is the fastest turnaround of anyone on earth so far, and they have re-locked down because they got a second wave. So, like, so yeah, I mean, what are we at? Like a few weeks now? So anyone that's thinking like this is going to be over in a couple of weeks or a couple of days is out of their mind. Um, that's America is in the worst shape of any country on earth at this point. And the last country that was similar to America was China, and they're just trying to reverse out of their lockdown situation. It was like 5 or 6 months in China, and they handled it extremely well, and America hasn't. So that's the kind of timeline that I'm looking at for America lockdown type of situation. And I don't know if they'll do something, I mean, different. I'm sure it'll be a bit different than China because China did a serious, like, military lockdown. I don't know if America will do it quite that way, but just the timeline and how this is looking, I just wanted to do an update on that and say, oh, and take a look at the kind of at the stock market. Trump's always looking at the stock market and tweeting about it. I mean, before this crash, he was like checking the stock market every day, just being like hoping that it didn't go down before the election. But he knew it was up. He knew it was going to go down, and it started going down. And he's freaking out. And then during this whole bull run, he's like, "Oh right, it's bouncing. This whole bounce and recovery we're getting is just proof that we're just handling everything so well." And it'll be interesting to see what he says now that the bull trap is turned over and we're down the next leg. Um, so, I mean, with regards to the stock market, uh, the president has very little to do with it. It doesn't matter what he says at all. And if you watch my channel, you'll see that the stock market actually follows mathematical patterns that are a result of the currency expansion, and the whole growth and business sector is just pro-cyclical. It's just a derivative of the financial expansion. So I mean, that's really all you're seeing is just like it's like a mathematical graph of the financial system expansion, contraction, and then the derivative effects of that and the growth and of the economy. So yeah, so that's what I think about Trump, is that he's pretty entertaining, I guess. I didn't have his Twitter feed for the last 4 years. I didn't even pay attention. but but I just added his Twitter feed now just so I could look at it and kind of talk about it on this channel. Um, so ridiculous. And we are coming into a presidential election during a market crash. It's going to be kind of crazy, and Trump will definitely smash that like button right now, please, to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. So this is not political or investment advice, and I personally don't care who you vote for with with regard to the stock market, because the president doesn't really have a whole lot to do with it. And that is that. That's what I think about it. Cheers.